Hello and welcome to the Pioneer Softball Show with Coach Julie Huebner. I'm PJ Green. Coach Huebner, how you doing this morning?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. Always a pleasure to speak with the
You as
head
well.
softball coach. So last time we spoke a couple weeks ago, coming off of the kind of slide against Young Harrison, Carson Newman. I think you just said like we have to hit the ball more, basically, and just play better defense. Coming off of that, were you expecting the whole team to play better as a whole, or were you expecting them to be led by certain individuals?
I think for us, we had to, again, like we talked about, hitting 1 through 9, and obviously have contributions from people off the bench and pinch hitting roles. So I was pleased to see kind of that message get received well, and I think you're starting to see the last few weeks, multiple people are doing their job at the plate, and we're scoring in a lot of different ways.
Definitely. I think they're kind of seeing the light at the end of the tunnel here as we're getting towards the final games of the season. So after Carson Newman, you on the Queens. You lose both games 3-2, but you're right there in both of them.
We were, and credit to our pitching staff that day. They, Ivy and TP both threw really good games and gave us an opportunity to win. And defensively, we played really well. We just struggled mightily at the plate to kind of figure out their pitching, and they did a really nice job keeping us off balance. One girl threw a ton of changeups, and another girl threw a little bit higher and harder. So just really tough to square them up. But we learned from it and just had to bounce back.
Right, and then that kind of started the swing for Anna Alloway, who she came in and hit a pinch home run in game 2.
Yeah.
And then Grayson Brown gets a pinch hit home run in game 1.
Yeah.
And so then after that, you go on to LMU, but that game both of those games were just full of hits, really. 16 hits from LMU and 11 hits from us in game 1. And then Anna Alloway with 5 doubles on the day as a whole.
Yeah. she was seeing the ball really well, and they continued to pitch her on the outside part of the plate, so she continued to just hit it to the right center gap. So it was really nice to see her kind of blossom and come full circle for the season, because that's her capabilities consistently. But LMU, again, another high-powered offense in our league, and they're sitting at the top of the standings. So we knew that was going to be a challenge, but we were really pleased to come back and get game 2 when we were down. I think, 5-3 at that point?
Yeah.
And we came back in late innings again. So did what we had to do that day. I obviously would have liked to get 2, but we were pleased with the split.
Right. And the split kind of gets y'all going on a roll there. You go on the senior day against Coker with Brianna Strickland just hits a 0-2.
Unlucky.
Top of the 7th, just 2 outs. Like, we're just waiting, like, about to get out this inning and get this lead back, and then just...
Yeah, and sometimes that happens. That's just the way the ball bounces sometimes, and unlucky. It was, kind of right there, but that hitter made a good hit on in my mind, a good pitch. We executed what we were wanting to do, and she hit the ball. So credit to that kid. And again, I am pleased that we came back and fought in the bottom of the 7th, and we had the tying run on base. We just did not get the key hit that they did. So,
Definitely.
Like I said, sometimes that happens.
And then in that game, Taylor Battle breaks the career stolen bases record, and then she did it in front of her whole family on senior day. So I know that was a great moment for her.
It was super neat to see, and the cool thing was she stole the base, and then they made a mistake on a throwing error, and she scored on it. So that put us up 3-2. So really cool moment for her, and I'm just glad she was able to do that in front of her mom and dad.
Exactly. And then at the end of the game, she hits out on the last out, and then in the next game, she gets her last hit. He gets the game-winning hit on senior day. It was great.
And we had a little plate meeting before she went up that last at bat, and I said, obviously you had the same opportunity in game 1, and she had a good swing on a ball. It just went right to the second baseman. So I said, let's try it again, and they give you the pitch you want, find a gap, and sure enough, there she went.
Definitely. And then Mahaffey comes in, and I feel like she just gets her moments. Like when she's at the plate, and there's a clutch moment, she just does it.
Yeah, and I think for her, she had success that day. She was seeing the ball pretty good, and she went in and she was early and aggressive in the count. So she got that pitch on the outer half, stayed through it, and right down the right field line. So really cool for her to have that moment.
And then that whole game was just a pitcher's duel. Like there were no hits out of the infield for TP until the 5th inning.
Yeah.
It was just great to see, just kind of a chess match.
It was, and I was really happy to see our seniors have success on that day, since it was a day to kind of celebrate them and honor their careers. So I was glad to see those kids stepped up in big moments.
Definitely. And then going into King on that Monday and just sweep them, and it's just starting to click now at the end of the season.
It is, and I'm hoping, again, we've got what we have left, and I'm like I said, I'm hoping that going on Monday to King playing on the road. That's not been something that we've done very well this year. So the challenge was, let's go get to 21 wins, get over 20 obviously, and find a way to play well in 2 complete games on the road against a good opponent. So I was really pleased to see us come out. We hit the ball for 14 innings, had 22 hits. I think we scored 10 runs. And pitchers just got tough when they had to and made some really good pitches to some good hitters. And defensively, we made a couple mistakes, but I think for how well we hit the ball, when you hit that much and you score that many runs, it kind of makes up for a mistake here or there on defense.
Definitely. A current 3-game winning streak here for Pioneer softball going into the final conference game this weekend. Coming back, we will take a look ahead at the schedule.
Ready, set, go to Johnson City Toyota, where new Tacomas start at $309 a month with 0 down. Drive the all-new RAV4 for $209 a month or save over $4,000 on Highlander. See more great deals at johnsoncitytoyota.com.
Welcome back to the Pioneer Softball Show with head coach Julie Huebner. So, Coach Huebner, today we should be playing LR, but we have some schedule changes. Isn't that correct?
Yeah, today was the initial day we were supposed to play, but due to kind of the incoming weather and I believe the track and field championship at LR and some schedule adjustments, they had decided that they thought Monday was the best day to play. So that's what we're going to do.
Definitely. And so next game will be Saturday against Winston-Salem. They're ranked 9th in the Atlantic region, but that's just another game to get ready in the finals process.
Yeah, and I don't know a ton about Winston-Salem. We have not played them in probably 4 or 5 years, but I do know they have a young lady on their team that's, in the top maybe 10 offensively in the country right now. She's swinging a really big stick with, I think, 17, 18 home runs. So going there, and they play well at home as well, pretty much like everybody does. So
Right.
Challenge, but I'm hopeful we can get those games in, weather permitting, just to get 2 more games under our belt, prepare on playing on the road, and then taking that into the Lenore-Rhine on Monday.
Exactly. And then Lenore-Rhine, they're ranked 8th in the SAC, so they're kind of where y'all want to be. And then they're ranked 4th in the region. But y'all not worried about the standings too much because y'all just have to win in order to get in.
That's the key. So it really doesn't matter who we're playing, when we're playing. We've got to go. We got to get 2 wins and give ourselves a chance. And I think in the past, we have not necessarily had the outcomes we've wanted with Lenore-Rhine, but in the last 5 years, we have played them tight and tough. So I think this group is motivated and they know what's on the line. And I think our team does a really good job when our backs are kind of against the wall and we're the underdogs. So I hope they use that as motivation. And I think you're going to see 2 hard-fought games on Monday.
Oh, yeah. And I think just talking to them, like just seeing them around campus, I think I've seen a shift in them, like from the beginning of the season to where they are now. It's like more focused. They're like talking more about the schedule and just more about playing, and like I think they're just ready to have another shot.
For sure. So, like I said, I'm excited to see what they do on Monday.
Definitely. And then last but not least, coming off of senior day, what has been some of your favorite moments with this class?
This class has been a really fun class to work with. I mean, individually, I look at Emily White, probably one of the best young ladies I've ever been around. She's a phenomenal person, and she's been a great teammate. And she's just happy every day at practice, always has a smile, is able to pick people up when they're down. So that's the memory I'm going to miss or remember about her and miss the most, is just her smile and her attitude. She's been awesome. Taylor Battle is another one that she's got a great personality, a lot of life, but I think the thing that sticks out to me is just to watch her play left field. I think she's probably one of the best outfielders in our conference, and probably one of the best outfielders that have ever played at Tusculum. And just to watch her make some plays she does, it's pretty cool. TP, again, she's just been a steadfast kid for us since she's gotten here and has just done what she's been asked to do. Works hard every day, and that change up, the old Taylor Plemonade, we joke, but again, just kind of watching her compete, it's just been fun to watch, and when she's on and that change up's working, it's neat to see. Morgan Mahaffey, I think the thing that sticks out to me the most about her is her ability to get it done in the classroom. That kid has been perfect academically, so really, really rewarding to see that. And I think the neat thing was I had a moment with her and Emily Hester a couple weeks ago. I went to one of their Honor Society dinners, and that was just really neat to see them in a different role, not the athlete, actually the academic side of things, and really proud of her for her academic accomplishments. And obviously, I think the thing that sticks out to me probably the most for her athletic career is probably her home run against Wingate a couple years ago at the conference tournament to tie it back up for us was big. And then obviously the huge hit she had on Saturday against Coker. And then with Emily Hester, again, I think she's one of the best first basemen that has ever played here, probably one of the best in the conference, and just her ability to play solid defense. If you look at her stats, I think she maybe has 2 or 3 errors in the last few years. And she's just come up clutch for us. She's a competitor. She wants to get it done. She wants the bat in her hands in those moments. And I'm just really excited to see her have a final complete season where she's hitting the ball, driving runners in, being a great teammate, and just getting it done on defense. So I think really good group of girls, and I'm certainly going to miss them and some big shoes to fill for sure, but really good people and student athletes. So that's the thing I'm most proud of is their ability in the classroom.
For sure. And that, I think softball might be one of the top teams on campus in just classroom and academics.
Yeah, so that's really proud moment as a coach is those things. So that's what I'm glad to see them, and they're going to be successful when they graduate and move on.
Definitely. Thank you, Coach Huebner. Thank you for watching the Tusculum Pioneer Softball Show. If you want more information on Pioneer Softball, go to TusculumPioneers.com. For everyone behind the scenes, Nick Forsberg, Dom Donnelly, Jim Miller, thank you. And always, at the end of the day, roll, Nears, roll.